Hey guys, I hope everyone had a happy new year. I've been wanting to do a current favorites for a while now. I was gonna do one last year, but I noticed that a bunch of my current favorites were purchases I bought from Amazon. So I was like, okay, I'll make an Amazon video, and I noticed I only had like 6 items I bought from Amazon. I was like, okay, I'll do it at the end of the year, and here we are. Anyways, let's begin. Don't forget to subscribe. So I feel like Amazon is the online version of Target. Like you go into Target like looking for tampons and you come out with a new laundry basket, new makeup, new sports bras. And I feel like Amazon is kind of like that. You go in looking for one thing and come out buying like the weirdest stuff. You go on Amazon looking for like a notebook to buy and you end up buying like a flamethrower. I don't know if Amazon sells flamethrowers, but you get the point. Okay, so I have all my orders of stuff I bought last year, and I'm just gonna go through it one by one. So the first thing I ordered was this AN plant-based BCAAs. If you're not really into working out or fitness, then you can always skip ahead. I'll put timestamps below, so if you wanna skip ahead to another product. So BCAAs, short for branched chain amino acids. It's not a protein shake. I usually drink it during the workout. Some people like drinking it before, sometimes after. Okay, so I'm just gonna read the stuff that it does. So increases muscle growth, decrease muscle soreness, reduce exercise fatigue, and prevent muscle wasting. I can attest to all of that. All of that is totally true. I tried a few BCAAs before I tried this one, and even if I wasn't vegan, I would still recommend getting vegan BCAAs because non-vegan BCAAs could have duck feathers, pig fur, cock combs. Like there's a lot of weird animal stuff in there. So I would recommend a non-vegan BCAA. So this has made a huge difference in my workouts. I didn't realize how much of a difference it made until I ran out of this for like a week, and I was like, holy crap, I forgot what it felt like to be extremely sore. But the cool thing is I can't tell if it's my brain or my body, but while I'm doing an exercise, I usually do 8 to 10 reps of an exercise, and usually at 10 I'm tired, but when I take BCAAs, my brain's kind of like, oh no, you can do so much more. Or it could be the other way, or it's my body telling my brain, no, you can keep going, like let's go. So it definitely gives me more energy. I can do way more stuff taking BCAAs than if I wasn't. And before I took them, I would be sore for maybe like 3-4 days. And then when I started taking BCAAs, I noticed I was a good sore for maybe 1 day. I was still kind of sore the days after, but it was a good sore for just 1 day. I remember watching a video on YouTube. The guy was saying, think of your muscles as cement blocks and think of BCAAs as the cement that's holding it together. And that totally makes sense because I noticed before I took them that if I didn't work out for like a week, I feel like my muscles basically disappeared. But with this, they're still there. I know that sounds weird, but that's what it does. Of course, there's so many videos on YouTube you can watch about this. I'm not going to go into full detail, but that's how it helped me. I definitely recommend this. So a full scoop is a little bit too much for me. That gives me like a lot of energy. So if I'm doing leg day, I'll go about like 3/4, and for like abs and arms, I'll probably do half because you really don't need that much, especially with this. I've tried others before this, but with this, like just 1 scoop is more than enough. Okay, next on my list, I got a Jade Gua Sha scraping massage tool. If you don't know what gua sha is, it basically involves scraping your skin to improve circulation. So in school, we did gua sha, like actual gua sha. We had like a mason jar and Vaseline, and we just scraped it on each other's backs. If you're squeamish, fast forward this video for like 10 seconds right now. Okay, so that was my back when we did gua sha. It does not hurt. I know it looks really weird. It does not hurt. Basically, the idea is that all the stagnant blood came to the top, so we want to get rid of that, promote circulation. So when I heard about doing gua sha to your face, I was just like, oh hell no. Gua sha is basically like cupping, but cupping is obviously with cups. Same idea. You're just bringing all the, I don't know why I want to say dead. You're bringing all the stagnant blood to the surface. And that lasts for a good days, even like a week or 2. So I was like, oh my gosh, why would you want to do that to your face? So I watched YouTube videos and I was like, okay, it totally makes sense. The girls' faces didn't look like anything crazy happened to them. You basically use a facial oil, argan, rosehip, you know, whatever facial oil you have, and you scrape. I used to do like little facial massages, but then I stopped doing that when I got this. It's so much easier with this. But it doesn't matter how clean my gua sha is, my hands and my faces, I will still get pimples, like especially here. And I know it's from doing the gua sha because I never get pimples here. Instead of using oil, I just do it while I'm in the middle of washing my face, and then I'll start dragging it. Okay, I know I look crazy. So I like to do 10 strokes with each section. So I'll use this little curve here for the chin, and I'll just do 10. And then right here above the lip. And then I'm going to use the top part for below the cheekbone. You should try to kind of get it really flat. Try not to stand it straight like that. Just try to get flat and be gentle. So you can see my skin already starting to get red. And then I do it on my cheekbone. And then very softly under the eyes. And then over the eyes again, very softly. This is probably the part that makes my eyes nice and plump. And then I pull up. So I'll do 5, 5, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll do 10 this way. I mean, and this would definitely work if you have really dull, tired skin. It just brings the circulation back to your face. And the one big thing I noticed that I love is that the day after, the morning after, when I use a Gua Sha tool, right here, like where my wrinkles are, it feels very plump, not puffy, but it feels nice and plump, like I had some kind of, no, I don't think Botox does that, fillers or something. Like it feels nice and plump and awake, which was, I was like, that's so cool. Like I never knew this area could be nice and plump. If you're really into skincare, I would definitely recommend a Gua Sha tool. Okay, so the next thing I bought was a mole and skin tag remover. I know it looks super small, but I only used half of it, and I used it on like 10 different skin tags. So I've always had skin tags and moles, but it wasn't really ever a big deal to me. But someone close to me the other year got skin cancer, so I started paying attention more to my skin, and I started freaking out when I started to get a skin tag on my stomach. I noticed that I'll get more freckles, obviously, or moles when I'm out in the sun more, but my stomach is never exposed to the sun out. So I was like, oh my gosh, why am I getting a mole there? And then a few weeks later I had another one, and then another one. So I had 3, and I was like, okay, I was really paranoid. So I looked up mole removers and I found this. Hands down, this definitely works. Every skin tag is different, so this might work amazing on one skin tag and it won't work at all on another one. So after I used this on the skin tags on my stomach, I was like, okay, that's pretty interesting. So I tried it on the rest of my body. So what you do is you get a nail file or a toothpick and you rub the mole or skin tag. I know that sounds scary and painful. It is not painful at all. You just want to break the skin so this has something to cling on to, and then you cover it with a band-aid, and then when you take it off, put some Neosporin and your mole will fall off in like 5 days. All of mine fell off in 5 days. Again, I feel like you'll have different results with each, because I had one on my neck and one on my chin and there's like no trace of it, but the one I did on my cheek and my eyebrow, you could see that there was scarring, and that's totally my fault because I left it on for too long. I left it on overnight. It worked on the moles on my stomach. You could still see a little bit of a mole, but that's not a big deal. Anyway, so yes, this does work if you're looking for mole or skin tag remover. Definitely works. So the next one, another one on my favorites, was this stretch mark cream. Don't expect immediate results. I feel like you can't get immediate results from any stretch mark cream. It all takes time. So I started using this in May. This is my second bottle. I've always had stretch marks on my booty and my inner thighs since I was like 12.
Then I have stretch marks from growing from an infant.
But my stretch marks, they were pretty red and raised, so you could obviously feel them. I feel like you could feel all stretch marks. And with this, with my first bottle, I noticed that it decreased the redness. It just became white, so it was slowly fading into my skin color. And then on my second bottle, I noticed that when I run my hand over my stretch marks, I can't feel the little divots and curves in my stretch marks. It's completely flat. So I definitely feel like if I keep using this, they'll eventually, I don't know if stretch marks can 100% go away, but maybe a good 80% might go away. As of right now, it decreased my stretch marks to about 50-60%. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. Okay, next, same thing. I bought the same BCAAs, but that flavor was the strawberry and banana flavor. This tastes like crap. Do not get the strawberry banana flavor, get the blue raspberry. I was like, oh, I'll try something different than this. I'll try the raspberry flavor. No, that's crap. Do not get that. If you're gonna try this out, get the blue raspberry. Okay, next on the list we have another BCAA. Definitely do not recommend this. Oh, no. So when I bought that nasty strawberry banana flavor, I was like, okay, maybe I'll try another BCAA. So this was in the recommended list, so I tried it. I don't know why, but the picture made it seem big. Like it was the same size as this one. Sorry, my camera just died. So you need 2 scoops of this to equal 1 of this. And this does absolutely nothing. I forgot what it felt like to work out without BCAAs, because when I used this for a whole week, I was sore when I worked out legs. I'm usually sore for maybe a day or two, but a whole week I was sore. I was like, yeah, this does absolutely nothing. With the whole appetite control and weight management thing, I have no idea how that applies because I love eating, especially out of workout, so I'm not really trying to control my appetite, and I don't think it did that. And I have no idea what it had to do with weight management, but just in general, do not get this. It's a waste of money. Next, we got this organizer tray. I love this tray, especially since I have so many pigments and glitters. See, so I just keep all my pigments here and my glitters, and then over here I keep my bronzers, setting powders, and then here I just put like little miscellaneous stuff. So yes, would definitely recommend that. Okay, so next we have a CD. Do you guys still buy CDs? You know what's funny is that I would use my monthly allowance to buy CDs, and I remember my last CD I bought was a Michelle Branch one, and I think that was in 2003. So like 16 years ago was the last time I bought a CD. I'll burn CDs for my car, but that was the last time I bought a CD. I first heard Sofi Tukker on, there were a bunch of Apple commercials on Hulu. You might have heard this one. You're bad enough to me. That was in an Apple commercial, and this one. I think that I'll keep loving you way past 65. So it's like, oh, they're pretty catchy songs. So one time when me and my lover were driving, I decided to go on Spotify. So I played their music, and song after song, I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds really good. Next song, I was like, ooh, I really like that song. And I love the Portuguese they throw in there. It makes it sound really nice and sexy. I feel like they're a combination of Lana Del Rey plus the X's, especially this song. But my favorite song is actually Benadryl, and I was like, okay, I really want to support them. I don't want to just burn their songs on a CD. So I play that song so much on Alexa. So usually I'll play that song when I'm washing dishes or I'm cleaning. And one day I was here editing on the table, and out of nowhere she starts playing Benadryl. And I wasn't even creeped out, you know, it was my favorite song. I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even think twice about it, and I started singing along. She does creepy stuff like that all the time, but I thought that was so funny that out of nowhere she was playing that song. Alexa, play Benadryl by Sofi Tukker.
Benadryl by Sofi Tukker from Spotify.
Oh, how you make me laugh. Benadryl in the back. We gotta put this to bed. 'Cause I got some things to do. I can't keep losing my socks. Getting up too many thoughts. We gotta put this to bed. 'Cause I got some things to do. Apaixonada, apaixonada, saque, saque minha alma. Minha alma, minha calma. Só você não sabe, não sabe.
I can't sing, you don't want to hear that. Okay, next on the list we have this rose quartz facial roller. If the gua sha intimidates you, then definitely go for some kind of jade or rose quartz roller. It's kind of like the same theory, bringing circulation to your face, just a more gentler version. My skin's sensitive, but still I love this one way more. I thought that I was gonna love this, but I've used it maybe twice since I bought it. One, I think it's because while I'm in the middle of washing my face, I don't want to open the medicine cabinet, open this box. I don't even know how to open it, and then take out the roller. I think this is such a cute box though. So this is what it looks like. And two, I don't want to put this by itself in the medicine cabinet, because if this falls, I have a feeling it will break or crack, and I don't want to put it on my actual countertop because I feel like this would get so dirty. So I need a way to cover this and for it to not fall and break. So I keep it in the box, but then that makes me not want to use it because it's a struggle. With the Gua Sha tool, I can just pull it out and start using it. I obviously don't think this is going to happen with all the other rollers they sell, but mine is kind of stuck. Like it doesn't really roll. I think I have to put like some kind of oil in there to lubricate it, but I wish I used this more. I just don't feel like the need to. But what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it in the fridge and use it for like when I have a headache, and just roll it on my temples. Okay, next we have Inglot's Aquastic Cream Eyeshadow number 16. I bought this specifically for a look I did with the Masquerade palette, this look. So I bought it for that look, but I was like, okay, if I'm doing a tutorial on the Masquerade palette, I should probably use just that palette. So I never used this, but I really love this color. It's what I'm wearing on my lids right now. So I basically did the same look in that video, but with this shade. I think it's really pretty. I love these Aquastic eyeshadows because you can also use them as eyeliner. And they're kind of like Stila's, what's that expensive thing from Stila? I bought this on Amazon because it was the cheapest place I could find this, because on other websites, shipping plus tax made this way more expensive. I just think those are so cool. The green one is number 20 and the rose gold one is number 16. That's what I used on my lid. Okay, next we have this little nail tool. It's what I used in my Christmas video for the mistletoe. I mean, if you're into doing nails or anything, I feel like these are really perfect if you're doing some kind of like dot. Next, hair scalp massager. So this didn't really work for me, but it might work for you. So two things why it didn't work for me is, one, I have really thin hair, but I have a lot of it. So when I start rubbing this, it like pulls my hair up and down, and I can't really rub it in. I can only scrub it up and down because my hair is like earphones. Like after I comb it, it will get tangled in like 2 seconds. And two, I think it's because the shampoo I use doesn't foam. So I feel like this doesn't really do anything. It just hurts my scalp. So if you have shampoo that foams, and if you have maybe thicker, maybe curlier hair, this will work. But for me, it just feels like I'm rubbing. Well, it feels good right now. But yeah, this might not work for me, but it might work for you. Okay, next is NYX's Epic Ink Liner. I was looking for a cheap dupe of Kat Von D's tattoo liner. This is kind of what everyone recommended. I definitely agree. This is a really nice cheap dupe. Okay, next we have these resistance bands. So I got this same brand 2 years ago for Christmas, and they finally snapped on me a few months ago, so I would say it lasts a good 2 years. I mean, for $10, really, that's nothing. Oh, it's not $10, it's $8 right now. Nice. So I don't use the lighter ones because I use these mostly for leg day. It's not a big deal that they snap because, I mean, they lasted for almost 2 years. Would definitely recommend these. Okay, so next we have this weird ab trainer muscle toner. I found this because a lot of people were doing Wish videos, like what they bought on Wish. So I downloaded the app and I was like, okay, that's a pretty cool app, but all the prices just scream unethical, like Chinese labor. So I was like, okay, you know, no, I'm not gonna buy anything from there. I don't want to support that. Anyway, so when I was scrolling and looking at random stuff, there was this weird, I'll put it right here. I was like, what does that girl have on her butt? And I read the description and it was like and it said like muscle trainer for your butt. And I was like, that would be so cool if they had an ab version of that. And I looked on Amazon and that's what I found. So the whole theory is it sends electrical pulses to your muscle. It basically shocks your muscle. I know that sounds scary. It is kind of scary because I was shocked a few times, like literally. So it comes with an ab thing and these two little arm or leg things. There's a bunch of little gel pads. You stick that to your stomach. It doesn't hurt. It feels weird at first, like it's a little uncomfortable, but I really do not like the ab one. I actually don't use this for my abs. I actually use the arm ones. I put one above my belly button and one below. So I bought this because I'm pretty sure a lot of you women feel the same way when it comes to lower belly fat. No matter what workouts I do, like that just never goes away. When I was younger, I was much skinnier and all I did was cardio. I did lots of spinning classes and then I would do weights. Like I was at the gym literally every day. And even with all that, I still had some lower belly fat. And now I do mostly weights. I don't really do any cardio. Maybe I'll throw in some HIIT every now and then, but I still can't get rid of that lower belly fat and it's so frustrating. I know a lot of you guys feel the same way. So I've been using it for a month now, but I was actually convinced. I watched this guy's video about this on YouTube and he had a belly, not too much of a belly, and he tried this and I think after a month you could start seeing definition in his abs. And the reason why I think it worked on him was because he didn't really work out, so it was kind of like a literal shock to his abs, like, oh whoa, they woke up. But since I work out my abs maybe 2-3 times a week, this didn't feel like anything did much, and I put it on a pretty high level, like where my stomach was literally vibrating and moving. But I think the reason why this won't work for me is because I don't have a problem with my muscles. I have a problem with the fat there, and this is more for working out your muscles, and Tony not so much about getting rid of the fat because that's more cardio. I would actually just buy these two because the power comes from this, obviously. So when you use the ab one, you know, you feel most of the power here, but I want to feel it more on my lower abs, and I just feel like it doesn't send enough electrical stimuli to those areas. Anyways, let me show you. So you just take off the pads, put it on, turn it on, turn this on. Is it not working anymore? Okay, literally nothing's happening. Did I break it? I wonder if I broke it. I'm so scared to press this off button because I was using the ab one, and when I was standing the gel was kind of coming off, and I pressed it back to my skin and I got a shock when I pressed the off button. So like, I'm too scared to press this off button even though nothing's happening. Oh my gosh, that's really scary. Oh, it turned off. Okay, maybe there wasn't enough battery. I charged it yesterday. I mean, hey, like if you want to try it, go ahead. But I feel like it didn't work for me. Okay, so the last order I got were these organic cotton rounds and this skin lightening cream. So this is what I'm talking about. I went on Amazon to buy cotton rounds and I ended up buying this weird skin lightening cream. I'll get to that. So I actually really love these. I've used cotton rounds from Walmart, Target, Ulta. And so for cotton rounds, I want to use it at least 4 times. So I'll do one side of toner, one side, and then flip it one. And obviously whatever cotton round you use, I'm pretty sure it's going to seep through. But this is the only one where I can really use it 4 times. With the Ulta one, I can use maybe only 2 times, and the ones I get from Target or Walmart I can use maybe 3 times because they really seep all the way through. I know it's just a cotton round, but I really love this. And even though this has less pieces than the one I get from Ulta, I'm still not even halfway done with this. With the Ulta one, I think there's like 80 or 100 in there, and I go through it maybe in like a good month. But I bought this on November 18th, so a good month and a half, and like I didn't even use half. So yeah, I definitely recommend these. So I have no idea how it went from buying cotton rounds to buying this intimate area lightening gel. So this was kind of something I wanted but never actively searched for. There had to be some kind of like recommended thing or something that triggered me to look for some kind of whitening cream. But this was the only vegan and cruelty-free one I could find on Amazon because the others have collagen in it, and this has really amazing reviews. So I was like, okay, I'll try it, why not? Well, for a good 3-4 years now, I keep baking soda in a jar in the bathroom. So when I shower, I'll use it to scrub my underarms. If you watch any kind of like DIY lightening cream for your underarms, it's always like lemon juice, baking soda. There's always mixes, so I've always tried the whole baking soda thing. I do think it works. So it's been a little over a month. I cannot tell if there's any results just yet. I took pictures, but right now I can't see any difference. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're all women here. Maybe there's a few guys. I doubt there's guys, but I'm pretty sure we're all women here, so I don't mind showing you guys. But like, my actual underarms are fine, but the skin, okay. See, like, so I have like a dark area right here, but like here is fine. So like, I don't know why I have a dark area right there when like hair doesn't even grow there. So that's kind of my goal with this, not so much my armpit, but the skin above it. And right now I don't really see results. It could also be because I'm not using it twice a day. It does say to use twice a day, but I only use it every night because I feel like it'll be a waste because I sweat really easily. So if I use it in the morning and then work out, I feel like I'll just sweat it all out, so I use it at night. So what I think I'm gonna do is when I end up using all of this, I'll go in the description box and write down the results I saw, if I saw any results, and let you know. A lot of women in the reviews on Amazon said it gave them really good results, especially for like their bikini line. So yeah, I can't really give you any good info on that just yet. Okay guys, so that was all I bought for 2018. I'm pretty sure you guys also buy some weird random stuff for Amazon, so I don't mind sharing the stuff I got with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.